So welcome back everybody. This is my second interview with my client Dennis. Thank you Dennis for doing this.
You're welcome.
Those of you who do want to watch the first interview that I did with Dennis, I'll leave the link at the bottom of the caption and you can click back and see what Dennis did after 7 weeks of training with me. So you can refer back to that. And now we are a year later, and I just wanted to discuss with Dennis to share with you, I guess first of all, Dennis, touching on what did you achieve over the year? What do you feel you've benefited or gained from the experience of training with me for a year?
Okay, well, I've changed a lot of old habits that weren't working for me. I've changed my eating. I'm very conscious of consuming protein every day, and whatever I look at in a meal, I measure the protein that I'm taking in. So that's a big change. Previously I would just eat and wouldn't know what was in there. The other thing I've changed is regular exercise, regular workouts at the gym, regular working with weights and resistance training, regularly working with you.
So we did weekly sessions, just to clarify. We trained together roughly once a week, very consistently. Yeah. And then you continue to do extra workouts roughly 4 to 5 times a week on your own?
4+ times a week average, which was a big change, big change. I'm not going to say it was easy, because it wasn't. But I'm proud of what I've achieved. We recorded it all, very important. Karen gave me some exercise programs and changed them at different times during the year, and I've kept those and I record every workout. So for the last 12 months I know what I've been doing, what weights I've been lifting, and that's all of that's like a feedback loop that helps me with my motivation.
And we talked about that actually 7 weeks in the interview, about how important it is to record and to keep to see the progress that's happening, and to also be able to challenge yourself, to see that there are things changing and what needs more work or more focus. And so with all of that, what did you achieve in the year? Okay,
well, I dropped a couple of dress sizes. Which has been good because I enjoy a bit of retail therapy. I've just come back from buying a new tight pair of jeans. It's really nice. I've lost so much body fat, belly fat. My waist is now narrower than my hips, and I couldn't remember the last time I could make that statement, maybe 40 years ago. Working in the garden, I'm a gardener, I love being in the garden, and just getting down, getting up, it's just so much easier now. So it's really working with you, Karen, and having the encouragement that you've given me it's been life-changing.
Pretty exciting to hear that.
I think so.
Were there any changes that you noticed with regards to flexibility or balance, coordination, anything like that you're quite aware of?
Yep, balance especially, and I think you'll know better than me that it comes from the work on my glutes and my legs and the work on the back. But previously I was getting unsteady. I'm 76, so I'm aware that I'm aging and there's signs of aging, and balance was one of them that was concerning me, because I don't want to have a fall like older people do, and that's the slippery slope. So yeah, balance is very important, and strength in being able to get up and get down, and I feel much more confident in moving around the world.
Fantastic, that's exciting. I think just to clarify, a lot of the work that we did in the gym obviously was strength training. We were using dumbbells, we were using machines, For balance, we did single arm or single leg exercises. We used the Bosu also for a number of weeks, which is the ball, the half ball, and so balancing on that. And the more you work those type of moves within the gym, the more you can replicate them to everyday life. And as you said, in the garden, getting up and down. Was there anything you were doing at home as well to replicate what we were doing in the gym with regards to exercise or stretching? Did you spend a bit of time?
I'm not as much as you would like me to have done, but given that the starting point was 0, it's been a massive change, and I am doing stretches. I've got this lovely new mat that I bought that's really soft and spongy, so I like stretching out on that and doing my stretches, doing the Supermans, the bicycle legs. I love the bicycle legs. Well, they hurt, but I've just noticed so much difference in my abs, and so I'm doing those stretches here in the lounge room, and it's been really good. So I'm bringing what I'm learning in the gym into my home, and I'm really enjoying going to the gym.
That's excellent. It's lovely that you can have the motivation or the self-discipline to actually do that.
Yes.
And hopefully it's the reward of seeing and feeling the progress that keeps you wanting to do more.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yes.
Just off the cuff here, if you hadn't have done what you did over this last year, what position do you think your body would be in now, or even mental state? Do you feel like there was, can you think to yourself, can you imagine if you hadn't have committed that time and energy?
My sense of self has improved so much. One of the shocking things that happened to me, I was at one of my grandson's football games, and then we had to get back to the cars and climb over just a little fence like this. And because of my poor balance and lack of strength, it was beautiful. My 2 grandchildren, grandson and granddaughter, came and, "Oh, come on, Granddad," and they helped me over. But that was a turning point, and I was thinking, boy, if I'm like that now, what am I going to be like in 12 months? Well, I can tell you now, in 12 months, I don't need help to get over the small fences.
Fantastic.
It's good.
That's great. And just to finish, is there anything that stands out as lessons learned or tips that you've taken on, or mindset changes, anything that stands out as perhaps anything that I've helped you realise or learn through exercise? Just any standout points?
Yes, that I've got to keep on building those weights, that I've got to feel the pain before I feel the gain.
And that's because nothing will change if you don't change and challenge, because if you just stay in that comfort zone, that's a big thing that a lot of people don't understand, is repeating the same old doesn't actually progress you at any age or stage of life. So you do really need to be challenging your muscles, challenging your mind in order to get better.
That's right. And that's what I've learned from you. And I have days when I'm cruising and I know it, especially the next day, because I'm not feeling any muscle soreness.
And that's okay occasionally.
Occasionally.
We all have those days,
Yeah.
if that happens, but majority of the time.
But then it reminds me
pretty hard.
I need to get back and work and extend myself and push harder, lift heavier weights, stick my bum out more when I'm doing lifts, all those sorts of things, and it's good. The other thing is, it's been a massive learning experience for me in habits, both good and bad. Unfortunately, it doesn't take much effort to develop bad habits. Well, for me it doesn't, but it takes a lot of effort to get rid of them and also to create new ones. So that's given me a new measure in life as to how and what I can do to achieve more.
Yeah, something that we all struggle with is changing those habits that are built up for perhaps decades.
Yes.
And replacing them with good ones.
Yes.
But with the right support and with the right mindset, staying positive.
Yes.
Anything is possible.
anything's possible, especially with you on my case, because you are, you like the Energizer Bunny, and that is infectious. You encourage and you push me. So that's all good.
Great.
Yes.
Well, on that note, I'm very grateful that you've trusted in me once again, and thank you for sharing your thoughts, and
It's been great.
onward and upward.
That's the way. Only way to go.
Thank you, Dennis.